Hi, I'm Slavic with iDrinkCoffee.com. Today I'm presenting the Ascaso Dream with PID. Ascaso machines are made in Barcelona, Spain. And Ascaso is a company that iDrinkCoffee.com has been partnered with for quite a few years now. And it's a company that we really like working with because they're different. They're unlike anyone else, both in their design choices and also in the technology that they use inside their espresso machines. The Dream with PID is a perfect example of that. On the outside, the machine has a beautiful throwback kind of retro design that's available in many different colors, as you see in front of me here. But on the inside, it uses new thermoblock technology, which Ascaso believes is the future of espresso. To present the Dream PID, I'm going to discuss its features. I'm going to talk about that thermoblock boiler system. And I'm also going to make a number of drinks to show you this machine in action. Let me show you some of the features of the Ascaso Dream PID. First thing I want to point out is the side load water tank. And the water tank has a light in it, which is very cool. It illuminates your water. But this is quite nice because if you have the machine underneath a cabinet, it's super easy to pull this out or even just kind of slide it out and pour some water inside there. Very easily accessible. I love that design. On the front of the machine, there's 3 airplane style toggle switches. The one furthest to the right is the power switch. That's of course very simple. Up is off and down is on. The middle switch is the one that we're going to be interacting with the most, and that's the one that delivers the coffee. And we move it up for 1 coffee or down for 2, and those doses are programmable. This is a volumetric machine. The last switch on the left is the switch for water or steam. If we want to steam milk, we push it downwards. If we want to get hot water for an Americano or for something else, we would go into the top position. Below the switches, we have the PID, and that's the temperature controller. Currently, I have it set at 92 degrees. That's, of course, Celsius. If I want to change that, I just press the left button, and then I can program it 94, 93. I'm going to leave it at 92. On the right-hand side here, we have the pressure gauge. That's a manometer that measures your extraction pressure. Really, that's only going to matter when we're pulling a shot, and when that pressure builds inside the portafilter, we'll see that reflected on that manometer. On the right-hand side here, we find the steam wand, and this is a double-walled steam wand, so it will get warm to the touch but not hot, so we can touch it anywhere on the wand. Don't touch the tip because the tip is not dual-walled. That will burn your hand. The drip tray on the Dream is just at the bottom here. In order to access it, you just want to move this pipe here is the discharge from the 3-way solenoid valve, so that's used to relieve pressure. You just want to move that out of the way in order to access the drip tray. Then we can lift the grid and pull out the tray itself. The tray is not a huge size, so you may have to empty this a little bit more often than with some other machines. But again, that's keeping with the design. This is a very compact machine, so subsequently the drip tray is also small. The machine comes standard with wooden accents, so you get your portafilter handle and the steam knob in a walnut wood. I think it looks really fantastic, gives the machine a very classy look. On the inside, the Ascaso Dream with PID is powered using a thermoblock as opposed to a boiler. Now, Ascaso believes that thermoblocks are the future of espresso. They're even putting them in their commercial machines. The difference between a thermoblock and a boiler is that with a boiler, you have a certain amount of water, let's say 250 milliliters or half a liter, and that water is brought to a certain temperature and then used to extract your coffee. With a thermoblock, the water is heated as it passes through to whatever temperature you set, and it's available on demand. Now, in the past, thermoblocks were kind of looked down upon a little bit in the industry because their thermostability wasn't that great, but that has improved substantially. Ascaso has shown in their tests that their thermoblocks maintain a temperature that is within half a degree of the set point very consistently. The benefits of a thermoblock over a boiler are that you have basically an unlimited amount of water. You're not going to run out of water inside your boiler. The heat up time on a thermoblock is a lot faster because you don't have all that water to heat. As soon as the thermoblock is at temperature, it can begin producing coffee. Thermoblocks are more resistant to lime scale buildup because there's nowhere for the scale to build up like you would have in a traditional boiler. The energy consumption is actually lower on a thermoblock than on a boiler because again, you're not heating all that water even when the machine is not in use. And the reliability is excellent. Again, with traditional boilers, if the heating element goes dry, then it will burn out. With thermoblocks, you don't have that problem, so the reliability is improved. The Ascaso Dream with PID is a single boiler dual purpose machine, so you're using the same boiler to make coffee as you are to steam, and with a thermoblock it's easier to switch between steam and hot water mode, again because it raises that temperature faster, so you switch between steaming and making coffee more rapidly than you would with a boiler. The Dream is a compact size machine. It is 24.3 centimeters wide, 28 centimeters deep, and 34.5 centimeters tall. Alongside the Ascaso Dream, I'm using the Eureka Silenzio grinder. This grinder is a great pairing with any espresso machine. It's got timed based, it's an analog timer, but time-based grinding does a really nice job. It's very quiet as well. And this tamper that I'm using here, this tamper is actually included with this machine. It's an aluminum tamper. You know, it does the job. It's better than what a lot of manufacturers include. It does the job. You can upgrade if you'd like to a slightly nicer tamper as well. So I'm going to place my glasses. I'm going to show you how to program this machine because I don't know where this machine is at. So I have the middle button here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold the down position while I'm extracting. And once I have enough coffee inside my cups, I'm basically gonna let it go. Now, it would be better, of course, to do this with a scale because it would certainly be a lot more precise, but you certainly do get the idea. And of course, the PID acts as a shot timer, which is also a really nice feature. It's a feature that for machines that don't have it, it's a feature that I miss. And I stopped it there at 30.1 seconds. And you can see I've got a really nice extraction with beautiful striping. I'm sure it tastes fantastic as well. I'm going to find that out right now. It is great. The next drink that I'm going to make is a milk-based drink, a latte. So I'm going to put the machine in steaming mode, and I do that by pressing the left toggle switch to the down position. You're going to see the lights start flashing, and the thermoblock is now raising to steaming temperature. It's raising the temperature so we can steam. So the light has now become solid, and you hear the pump coming on. I'm going to open the valve and begin steaming my milk. Now with single boiler machines like this, I usually do recommend doing milk first before coffee. But some people do prefer to do the coffee first. You just have to remember if you're using a single boiler to refill the boiler. With a thermoblock it's not as important because the thermoblock doesn't run dry like a regular boiler does. But that's why I get in the habit of doing milk first. Then I turn the steam mode off by simply pressing the button into the down position again, give my wand a bit of a purge, and now I have to wait for the temperature to go back down to coffee temperature. And what I like to do in order to speed that up a little bit is just run some water through the boiler. And you'll see some steam coming out. And I'll stop it right there, give my machine a bit of a wipe. But that's one way that you can speed up the process of the machine getting down to coffee temperature, is just run a little bit of water through it. Now that the light is solid again, I'll put my portafilter in, and I'm going to use that double shot button once again because it's already programmed and I want a double shot in my latte. And as this is extracting, you'll also see the manometer, of course, is measuring the pressure inside the group. That's the extraction pressure. There we go, our shot's done. We add our milk. And we have a latte that's ready to enjoy. The last drink that I'm going to do is an Americano, and I like to do my Americanos water first. So I'm going to put my cup on the right-hand side here and just open the wand a little bit and begin extracting water. This machine is actually really great for Americanos because the water that we're getting is the same temperature as the water that the coffee is going to extract at. A lot of times with different machines, the water inside your boiler, especially if you have a heat exchanger, it's just simply too hot. I'm just going to close the valve there, put in my portafilter. Just going to give the machine a moment to get to temperature and extract my double espresso into the water. You can see when we do our Americanos like this, we have a really nice presentation because the crema rests on top. And there we have it, our double shot is complete. And we have an Americano that's ready to enjoy. As we've seen, the machine is very capable. You can make great cafe-style drinks right in the comfort of your home. It's got great technology, that thermoblock boiler, the PID to control your extraction temperature, the shot timer, the volumetric dosing. It's all right there for you. Also, the design. It really is quite stunning. You can pick the color that best suits your kitchen and really have not just a great espresso machine, but really a showpiece for your kitchen. If you have any questions about the Ascaso Dream PID or any one of our products, please feel free to reach out to idrinkcoffee.com. We're here to help. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this about espresso machines, about coffee machines, about everything to do with coffee. Thanks for watching and have a great day.